again. Malka'sGlowUp. We turn old to bold. Let's go. Don't throw it out, bring it back to life. Glow up, yeah, we make it bright. Stitch it, flip it, turn it brand new. Style so fresh, make the world go.
Woo! So what's on my table Thursday is me. No. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy today. I don't know why. I think it's because the sun is out. So what's on my table Thursday is bam, something quite simple. Alright, so I guess in some videos you guys seen this big old hole in my ironing board cover, and that's because I was naughty and cutting on my ironing board, which you're not supposed to do, because at the same time while you're cutting your fabric, you're cutting into your ironing board cover. Never make this mistake. This is not a mistake, this is something I know not to do, but I just do. Terrible. Cut on your board and not on your ironing board. So I took off the ironing board cover, as you can see right here, and I'm going to show you very easily how you can just cut a new one. I mean, I think most people know how to do this. So I'm just taking out the gathering bit where the string is, so that when I fold it in half, it remains nice and flat. Okay, what you're going to do is just fold this in half. And I'm going to use a couple of pins just to pin them together. It's a brand new duvet cover, but it's not the right size for my bed. So I'm going to make use of it and make a duvet, and make use of it and cut a ironing board cover. So I'm just going to fold this in half. I'm going to take the ironing board cover, and all I'm going to do is just place it onto this fabric. You just place it so the fold side is to the fold side of the fabric, right? And you just take those same pins and just pin those two together like this. Alright, so I have this and that's that. So I just take my pins out, and then I need a casing for the string. So what I'm going to do is just cut the same material in a bias piece just to sew around this new cover. Alright, so we have the bias piece here. I'm just going to fold this over and cut a few strips. So to make life easy for myself, I'm going to use this pattern master here, and I'm going to use my trusted rotary cutter. I am going to cut these approximately 4 centimeters. That should be enough to fold over. Using this rotary cutter makes life so much easier. Alright, so I'm gonna start stitching these together so that I can make my casing for the string. When you have a bias piece of strip and you want to join them, you have one peak going that way and the other peak going up. So that's where you put them together like this. And then you stitch. So after you finish with the strips, I'm gonna just cut this triangle bit off, right? And I'm gonna fold that in. And I'll press this. I'm gonna fold this in half and press. So at this end, so at one end, which is the pointed end, one side is more pointed than the other on the original. So I'm gonna just notch here so I mark the center. I'm gonna start this from right at the part where I give it a notch. So I'm gonna stitch the binding right around the whole ironing board cover. What I did here was stitch the bias binding onto the wrong side of the ironing board cover. And this is where I'm going to have the string, right? And then I just press it flat like this. This can be done a different way. You can just create the bias binding all the way and then just put it together, but I prefer to do it like this. This is the string that I took from the previous ironing board cover. I'm going to use this to put in this new one. Alright, so to do that, this is the right side. So this bias binding, now I'm going to fold this over onto this, but first I'm going to put the string right between, make it long so it doesn't come out while you're sewing. And I'm just going to fold the bias binding and then fold again, and then I'll stitch it. So basically I'm going to have the string between the bias binding while I'm sewing. We're ready to put this on, so this is what I'm going to do now. So the finished product on What's on My Table Thursday. Like, share, and please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next Thursday.
Malka's's glow up, shining bright. New finds and tools in the spotlight. Fabric, notions, treasures in play. Sharing what's on the table today. Malka's's glow up, let's make it bold. Crafting stories, stitching gold.